Hey Guardians, I just want to let everyone know that I do have both a Twitch and a Twitter, and I'm very active on both. Feel free to come give me a follow on both, links in the description. So, as I'm sure you're all aware, Lucky Pants did get a pretty substantial buff this season, and I've spent a ton of time with them since Revenant dropped, just trying them out, seeing if they feel good or not, and we'll have some gameplay after we talk about them, just so you can kind of see what I've been doing. And so far, yes, they do feel really good, but I am a little bit disappointed with them in a couple of ways, and we're going to talk about that. So let's start with the pros here. You can see the description here. Illegally modded holster, improves sprint, slide, and AE while a hand cannon is equipped. For a short time after being drawn, hand cannons ready faster, are more accurate, and each hit against a combatant increases hand cannon damage. That last part, of course, the damage is not active in PvP. So let's start with the pros, right? The good. First off, the AE boost is noticeable and is very nice if you have an airborne heavy playstyle. The instant ready speed feels good and has saved my life once or twice, and of course the movement speed is also very good. It feels very nice. Not having the Stompies style increased jump means it's fun to use with Blink, and it is a very good option if you don't necessarily care for the extra high jump of Stompies. And yes, of course, this is great if you're a Hunter main and a hand cannon main. And the buff was clearly meant to encourage more aggressive play with hand cannons, which I do think is a good thing, because I know that everyone, including other hand cannon mains and myself, we are all very much sick of, igneous hammers sitting inside of Warlock Rifts just peek shooting you for the entire match. It's not a fun way to play, and it's really not fun to play against. Now, moving on to the cons. First off, there's no passive reload when a hand cannon is stowed, as opposed to something like PKs with SMGs. And then one thing that is worth noticing is the slide distance can be inconsistent when you're swapping between weapons, because that increased slide only applies when you have the hand cannon out. So just as an example here, let's say I peek this corner, I see someone very close, they're pushing me very hard, they're close enough that I cannot confidently hand cannon them, I slide to get out, then I swap to my shotgun and slide again. You lose some slide distance when you're swapping between weapons, and that loss of that slide distance can throw you off, and it is something you have to be aware of. Which means that if you do have to swap weapons, you're probably looking at either having to swap while sliding, and you can actually see like the slide noticeably slows down when the shotgun comes out, so honestly that probably isn't even the play. So realistically, you're probably better off with going something like a slick draw or quick draw shotgun, just so you have that consistent handling, and then sliding and just immediately swapping to your shotgun. So that is one of the issues I've noticed. Or again, like say you slid this corner here to get behind cover, you want to swap to your shotgun and re-challenge, you're going to have to run up and then swap. So just something to keep in mind when you're using these. You'll need to be careful with that, because it will get you killed if you're not careful. Now, the next thing is, like I said, the instant ready speed you get with a hand cannon is definitely nice. This has saved my life a couple of times, but to be perfectly honest here, I actually generally value the stow speed on hand cannons more than the ready speed. I want a faster stow speed so I can get my shotgun out faster. And in the current sandbox, that is particularly important just because of how many people are just running at you all the time with shotguns, fusion rifles, so on and so forth. You really need to be able to make sure you can get your shotgun out in time in case, you turn a corner, there's someone there waiting for you with a fusion, a shotgun, whatever, a Titan trying to ape you with a melee, whatever the case may be. So to be perfectly honest, while again the instant ready speed is nice, I actually would have preferred maybe a slightly slower ready speed for just a more blanket hand cannon handling buff, just so that I could have had a slightly faster stow speed. I would have gladly traded a little bit of ready speed for a little bit of stow speed, without question, because I'm more interested in being able to get my shotgun out quickly than I am getting my hand cannon out quickly. So that's another thing where I'm kind of like, it's not bad, but we do still have the Ophidian's class items. Now, there are some other cons that I'll mention, and these really aren't the fault of Lucky Pants, it's just kind of how the game is right now. The first thing is that, and again, this is a good thing, but this is an exotic that was clearly meant to encourage more aggressive and mobile playstyles with a hand cannon. And there's a couple of issues with this. Number one, trying to play aggressively and push in the current sandbox is really, really frustrating. Mainly because anytime you try to push, you just get a barrage of abilities thrown at you. Melees, grenades, you know, everything. Like the dude sitting in the back of the map with Knucklehead and Elsies, they see you trying to push and they're just gonna throw everything that they have at you. Every single ability, they will happily dump their entire kit just to make sure you can't get to them. So that really is the first issue. And again, not the fault of Lucky Pants, it's just how the game is right now. Hopefully that gets resolved in some manner sooner than later. Like, personally, I generally cannot wait for hardware to come back because I'm just going to live in that playlist while it's up. And of course, the other reason is just the current special ammo system, man. Like, it makes trying to get aggressive so difficult when anytime you slide a corner, you just have to pray that there isn't someone there with, you know, a special weapon. And of course, the heavy ammo spawns. Really hard to push when, you know, your team, for whatever reason, decides heavy just isn't a priority, and so like 4 people on the enemy team pull LMGs, and then you just have to pull back and wait for them to kill your teammates and run out of ammo. Then the other thing is, unless you're like really build crafting into something like maybe, you know, consistent Ace of Spades, Memento Mori 2-taps, or Thorn 2-taps, or 120 2-taps, then the generally slower TTK on hand cannons does make playing aggressively with them pretty risky and often frustrating. Now, I know many of you watch my videos, some of you come to my streams. I still do, just because I'm at the point with this game where I'm just going to play how I want, and if I win, great. If not, who gives a shit? But one of the realities is part of the reason you see so many people spending entire matches just doing this is because if you take an open gunfight with a hand cannon, there is a pretty good chance you're just going to get out TTK'd by a different type of weapon. So that really can make trying to get, you know, aggressive with a hand cannon pretty frustrating at times. And so really this buff to Lucky Pants honestly would have made way more sense like 4 or 5 years ago, back when we still had 150 hand cannons and, like, you know, OG Not Forgotten, back when it was a 180 with OG Mag Howl and it could 3-tap consistently. This sort of buff really would have made, you know, more sense back then because, like, I miss 150s so much, especially as I've grown to be a more aggressive player. Like, 150s were just so much better suited for that type of playstyle. I mean, you had the lightweight frame buffing your movement speed, then you had, you know, more limited range, but very high handling. You had, you know, the same base TTK as a 600 RPM SMG. You get the idea. They were just better suited for trying to get aggressive with a hand cannon. And of course you had, you know, OG 180 Not Forgotten, able to 3-tap, potentially even 2-tap. Granted, that was probably, you know, too spicy. But the point being, it's a good buff, but it's a buff that would have made more sense back in like 2018, 2019, you know, around that time period, as opposed to now, where everything just plays so much slower. So overall, it's a very fun exotic, and again, great for, you know, airborne heavy playstyles, or again, you know, it's still great if you're planning on doing like, you know, sniper last word swapping, but it is definitely less useful inside of a PvP sandbox that just plays slower. Like, encouraging aggressive hand cannon play is great, but not worth much when, one, the weapons themselves don't have the TTK for that, you know, really aggressive play style, or at least, you know, they generally don't without some really heavy build crafting involved. And two, it doesn't really matter that much when, one, anytime you try to push, you just get, you know, every ability in the book thrown at you. And when in the current meta, it's just so much easier and so much more worthwhile to just take off Lucky Pants and, you know, the Rose and put on Elsie's and Knucklehead. So anyway, those are my at least initial impressions of Lucky Pants. You know, we'll see what happens in the future as far as, you know, when, you know, if abilities get some tuning and that sort of thing, prismatic in particular, obviously. But regardless, it is a very fun exotic to use. I have very much enjoyed my time with Lucky Pants, so I wouldn't say don't use them. They're very good, and they're a lot of fun, so definitely at least give them a try. See if you like how they feel. But for now, we're going to get into the gameplay. Hopefully this kind of shows what I meant in this whole discussion. I used a ton of different hand cannons with Lucky Pants. I'm only going to show like a few of them, but do me a favor, if you enjoyed this video, then leave me your thoughts on Lucky Pants in the comments, and as always, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button with the bell icon, and share this video with anyone who you think might find it interesting, entertaining, whatever the case may be, and check the description for my other links. Those are the best ways to support the channel. And for now, Guardians, I will see you all in the next video. Peace. I was playing with the Dungeon Auto Rifle a bit earlier today and last night. It feels really good. I think I actually have enough footage of it for a review already, which is awesome.
I know you can fight, but can you hold territory?
Oh, I can already feel that latency.
Enemy
Goddamn.
zone A.
Feel it bad. Like really bad. Really bad. Jesus. Huh? Nice job, team.
Zone advantage.
There's like 3 of them looking down there. It's like a scout or something, I don't know.
Strength in numbers, Guardian.
Why? Goddamn, just use a gun. I hit the swap button and it just decided not to. That's why I genuinely... I value stow speed on hand cannons way more than ready speed.
Strength in numbers, Guardian. Excellent.
Okay.
You have my respect, Hunter.
It's not as though Lucky Pants feels bad. It's just, I'm genuinely not sure if it's worth it when compared to, like, going after the scout. Oh my god. That's all of them. God damn. Back, please. Thank you. What?
I've seen enough. I'm calling you.
Oh, of course we get mercy, or we mercy. Goddamn game. Oh my god.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours. Zone A lost. They have advantage.
Oh my god, the fucking shotguns everywhere.
Together as one. I love you. Zone C captured. You have advantage. Zone B lost. Enemy.
Damn.
Strength in numbers, guys. Enemy claims Zone B.
Stupid.
Oh my god, someone gave me Blessing of the Sky. I just two-tapped that dude.
And this trace, oh my lord.
Zone C lost. Zone A captured. You have zone advantage. You have my respect, Hunter.
Why is this dude hawking me so hard? Damn. Like, Jesus, bro, relax.
Zone C captured. Power play. Keep the pressure on.
Oh my god, teammate, you're gonna get me killed.
That's why we have fight. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
I didn't even know I had that much ammo, Jesus Christ.
You in the field. No enemy can hide from us, Hunter.
Really? We just solo pop now. Okay.
Zone A
Holy lag, Batman.
lost. Power play. Get those zones back.
Jesus Christ.
Together as one. I love it. Zone A captured.
I love how I just can't fucking see because that shit is so bright back there.
3 minutes. Hold strong, and this battle is yours. Now you're fighting with heart, Guardian.
Interesting. You could have just shot at me, dude. Alrighty then. Oh, you know he's mad. Is that glaive weirdo again? Is he just gonna keep going to that flag?
Zone A lost. Your enemy has a power play. Zone B captured. What could stop you if you fight together? Nothing. Zone B lost. Power play.
Bruh. Bunch of fucking weirdos, yo.
1 minute.
There's so many other things you could have saved that super for.
Finish them. That shut them down. 30 seconds remain. Finish them. Down. Zone B captured. You have advanced. A victory well executed.
The super on the glaive might have been a little bit personal. We hate that. Cool, I'll take that.